Hi guys, I just wanted to bring you another guide on DocHub, and I wanted to show you the tools that you can use to edit PDFs. So you may have been printing off PDFs and working on them, and you can still do that, but then you can use DocHub to edit the PDF, to put your answers in, and then send them to your teacher. Okay, so I'm going to show you the tools available. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up a worksheet in one of my assignments. And you can see here, in the last video, I showed you how to open it. So you open with DocHub, and that will take you straight to your DocHub app. Now, obviously, you're going to need to make sure that you watch the other two videos to make sure that you've got it downloaded before you can do this stage. Okay, so once we've got it open, you can see on the left-hand side here, you've got all of your tools, which I'll talk you through, and then on the right-hand. Okay, so the first tools we'll talk about, we've got the zoom in tool here, which is really great if you just want to zoom into a question and edit a little bit more in detail. Now, across the top, you've got your page controls you don't need to worry about. You manage your fields, you don't need to worry. You've got your print option still, and then you've got undo and redo. And then these set of options are the tools for editing the actual PDF. So the first thing I want to talk about is the add text tool. And if you hover over these, it gives you a little bit of a guide. Now, with the text tool, you just click on that and then you choose the area you want to work in. So let's say you want to write a question, an answer in this section here. I'm just going to drag my text box and I'm going to choose a font size so it fits. Normally on these sheets, about 18 or 24 is good enough. And then I just type in my answer here. So let's say, I'm just going to guess this one, 890. And then you can drag that around by just using this tool here, or you can delete it again. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that exactly there. So that's the text tool. And remember, you can change the color, you can change the font, and you can change the font size. And other tools as well, you can put it in central and so on, just as you would in Word. Right, the next tool, which is quite useful, is the choose tool, and you can choose between a few options here. You can choose to do freehand. So in this case, if you were doing some working out here, you could use this tool. I've slowed down talking because I'm concentrating, okay, to making sure I put one number in each square. You could use that to do some working out. Now, I'm using a mouse. It's not the best thing to use. If you've got a touch screen and you've got a stylus, or you can use your finger, it's much easier to use that. So it's really helpful if you've got a touch screen. The other things are you can draw rectangles around things. You can put a circle around something, or you can draw a line, or you can use an arrow tool. Okay, so those are the choose tool options that you have. Okay, and depending on what you want to do, they can be quite useful. The next one is the highlighter tool, which is really good for when you're doing reading comprehension or you highlighting text for research. So I just click on the highlighter, I choose the color that I want, and then I'm just put a box around the word I want to highlight. Okay, so, and then if I do that and I want to change color, I can just do that. Okay, so that's the highlight tool. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's quite easy to work. Okay, so the next tool along is the whiteout tool. So you can use this just to create a rectangle that whites things out. It's basically just a rectangle that's filled with white. So that's more useful for teachers if they want to get rid of answers. Now, the next tool along is quite useful, is the stamp tool. And you can see here lots of different stamps that you can put onto your work. So particularly this sad face, if you want to put that somewhere because you don't understand something, just pop it where you want, make it as big as small as you want, and you can move it around in the usual way. So that's a really good, useful tool just to put little stamps on your work and so on. The next one is to insert an image, and that works in the same way as most programs when you're putting an image into a document or so on. So it'll just take you to your browser and you just find your work in wherever. So normally in your pictures, in this case, it's come up straight away with what I want. So I'm just going to stick that in, and then in the same way, I can move that around. So that's the image upload tool. The sign button, you don't need to worry about. That's just to create a signature. You can play around with that if you want to. Okay, so they are the main tools on DocHub for you to be able to work on a PDF, and hopefully you found that useful. In the next video, I will show you how to upload from DocHub to the Google Classrooms so you can hand in your work to your teacher. So I'll speak to you soon.